Hey everyone, I'm Walter, your host of course, and you're watching the NodeReal podcast. I'm here today with Limut, the COO of Web3Go. Web3Go is a multi-chain open data analytics and service platform. But what does that mean to most people? Essentially, they take messy, boring blockchain data and present it in a clear way, a beautiful way. In the Web 2 world, there's probably 1,000 different products that do exactly this or do something similar, whether it's trading data, user data, advertising data, the list goes on. I can't even name them all. But not many people have really got this right in Web 3 yet. So I'm excited to speak to Web3Go about this because that's what they really do. Limut, it's really cool to have you on the show today. You're actually our first guest outside of NodeReal, which makes it even more exciting. Could you start by telling us a little bit about your background and how did Web3Go come to exist?
Sure. So hello, Walter. Hello together. So thank you so much for having me today here to join this wonderful online event with you to talk about Web3Go. So I'm the COO and the co-founder of this project. So as you just mentioned, like in crypto, all the on-chain data, it's somehow boring. They're like quite unfriendly to use. And for normal users, it's hard to read and to understand. This reduced the possibility that to motivate more and more people to join Web3 world. So we firmly believe that the Web3 is an open, free, and secured space. Therefore, everyone should share the same chance to explore the Web3 world smoothly. So in this case, instead of only developers or a minority of people having chance to interact with Web3. So to achieve this goal, we started Web3Go by end of last year and to create some dashboards which are easy and user-friendly for normal Web3 users to use and to read and exactly to find the value behind the data. So after we created the first initial server dashboard, it's getting super popular in our community. So we also get inspired of doing more. So later on, we enriched our dashboard and also created several other the apps that are data related till now. So that's basically about myself and how Web3Go come into this world.
Thanks, Limut. And how are you guys doing in the current market right now? I know across the board, it's down pretty bad, at least for the tokens that we can see trading. But I think some companies are doing better than others. How has the current market affected Web3Go right now?
So basically, we are in a quite early age. As I just mentioned that we started last November. So we're still quite early. We are in the current market, we are busy with our development. It's basically from several aspects. So firstly, we are developing our team. We try to build a team that is with excellent developers, with excellent designers to produce products that really user needed ones. Secondly, we are also enriching our products. So we try to make our dashboard beautiful and nice to use, and we try to enrich the dashboard in a way that really create value for different important information that normal users care about. And also thirdly, we have the plans for the next marketing work, as that will be also one part of the important tasks in the next months. So as you already know that currently we are in the so-called kind of bear market, or let's name it. So as a builder, actually, we don't care too much about this market because Web3Go is a team that build for long-term vision and to create excellent user experience in the long-term future. So basically, we are more focusing product-oriented and result-oriented, and we are keeping learning the advantages from other excellent projects and try to use our advantages to grow ourselves steadily. And also currently we are in the fundraising phase, so everything is on the right track.
Congratulations. Yeah, fundraising can be a lot of fun. It can be stressful for sure, but I've seen your product. I'm sure you're not having any difficulty raising money. Let me ask, and I think you've actually led into this question quite well, and I have to thank you for that. What sort of opportunities are you seeing now for Web3Go?
Yeah, wow. So of course, like when, as we said, like we are looking for opportunities. It's actually from different sides, right? So basically, if you look back of the blockchain or Web3 development, and we realize that firstly we developed like from Bitcoin to smart contract to I think in 2017 is like the ICO booming until like last year the DeFi summer or X2Earn till now. So currently, I'm seeing that I think that it's currently in the adjustment period. So an adjustment period for me personally means that we are still in the period where infrastructures are growing steadily. So we see some of the apps that try to solve some problem in the previous 2 years, and currently, so the infrastructure is booming. And the data, so what we are doing and what we are playing with is the basic of the basic infrastructure. So I think also like Web3 is already finished the part like from 0 to 1, and now it's growing from 1 to 100. So let me say that from this part is like easy, but on the other hand also hard, because infrastructure itself should be like easy to use and easy to read. So what we are doing, the data infrastructure is especially important in this perspective. So at this point, we see that there are a lot of opportunities in the next period of time that to create this data infrastructure. And secondly, data is also very, very hard part. But our team believe that hard is easy. I mean, we have already accumulated a lot of experience in this period, and also our team is like very technical oriented and long-term view, and we have a very deep understanding of Web3. So we are persisting of doing the hardest thing and try to expect some sweet sugars at the end. And thirdly, so currently the market is very, very stable. So I would not say that it's really like a bear market. And I believe that it's kind of crisis, a small crisis. But in the Chinese saying like crisis means Weiji if you translate it. And Weiji means V means crisis, and G means opportunity. So we can always find opportunities and crises.
For sure.
So it's so it is likely if you remember Varta. So like what OpenSea does, for example, they like develop their products in last kind of bear market, and they get booming in last year, right? So I think that that's exactly what we are preparing. Like we are prepared for the next bull market, and when the market needs, and when the next users, more and more users coming up, that we could be like the most beautiful flower in the market. Yeah, so that's basically the opportunities of what I am looking for and what I saw.
For sure, yeah. I think maybe I'm a little bit Chinese. Maybe I'm part Chinese.
Oh.
I don't know how to pronounce the expression that you used. I'm doing a little bit of work on Duolingo, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Great.
A lot of the team at NodeReal speaks Chinese, and I want to get my Chinese up to scratch. But I feel the same way as you in the sense that I'm a little bit jealous that I missed out on, let's say, 2008 or the last bear market in crypto.
Okay.
I didn't really buy when it was down. I was too young in 2008 to get a deal on a house, for example. And look, I feel bad for anyone that lost money. I don't wish that upon anyone, but this is the opportunity is right now, right? To come in and build a great product or to make an investment or to really make a difference. Is while a lot of other companies are out of money, it's difficult to get into the market. Now is the time for sure. I completely agree with you. And to continue that point just a little bit, and be a little bit funny, maybe, you're the data experts.
Yeah.
What did the data experts think in terms of how long this market will last?
Yeah, sure. So before I answer this question, I would just come back to the previous point. So I joined this crypto market quite early, at the very early age that my understanding is also very limited. So I bought several tokens, and later on I sold them because the markets get crashed. But later on, like since 2 years ago, that I realized this is never a market or this is never an industry that will drop rapidly. It will definitely grow up. No one can kill it. So in this case, I rejoined the crypto, like all in crypto again. So that's basically how where I came from. So exactly to the point that you are saying, like is a bear market or so-called bear market. Actually, it's not that, but not bad, right? So as a crypto follower since several years, I feel like the current market is actually the result from several aspects. So firstly, it's about the global economic policy. It's like especially the American economic policy, and also the global economy is kind of down. So it reflects the crypto and affects the confidence of the market in a very, very large scale. Me personally, my feeling is like the confidence or the belief is still there. And I believe that Web3 will go on forever. And yeah, maybe it's just as a branch of Web2. For example, what the areas like several areas that Web2 cannot solve, Web3 can be part of it. But Web3 will never definitely die. So I will not define it as a bear market. I would say like it's relatively stable market. And also we did quite a lot of data analysis. So from data analysis perspective, we really see that in the current market, the new users are definitely reduced. And the trading volume and the active of the users are relatively low compared to several months ago, especially with last year. And we can feel the stable situation of the current market. And to the second part of your question, like how long it will last. So me personally, it's not the person that would like to predict anything, especially in the crypto world. I think no one can be that precise. But I would give like from two aspects to just give some ideas to you or to the audience. So firstly, the current market, as I said, we are in the development of the infrastructure point. And I think after the basic infrastructure like DeFi, data, NFT, and also DID, SBT, and so on, when it is reached and there are more and more applications, I think people will come into Web3 because they can enjoy the complete ecosystem. And as we have more and more people, the market will definitely be better. But no one can give an exact point for that, time point for that. And secondly, it's about economy and the economic policy, especially. So a lot of people are saying like by end of 2023 or beginning of 2024, it will be getting better. But I'm not an economic expert. I cannot confirm that. But from my personal experience, not only with crypto, but also with my life, I feel like, if a thing goes extremely worse or extremely bad, it will recover at some point. So life is always like in a circle or like in a cycle that will be top, bottom, and so on. So I feel like we will definitely enter another bull market in the near future. But yeah, who knows? That's the beauty of crypto, right?
For sure. Yeah, I tend to agree. What goes up comes back down. There's no real straight lines, is there? Even in business, some days your product works really well. Some days, you have a couple errors. Some days you have a lot of customers. Some days you have less. Like, it's just how the world works. If you look at it with a small picture, everything can look really good or really bad. But if you look at the bigger picture, it all sort of is much more even, right? Now, speaking of the bigger picture, I want to talk a little bit about the roadmap for Web3Go. Can you tell us, what does the future hold? What is Web3Go building right now that's really important?
Yeah, exactly. So we have a relatively clear map. So currently, in the current phase, especially in the second half of this year, we are more focused on like developing our products. So the development means from three sides. So firstly, we are expanding our dashboard to different chains to try to attract more and more organic users to build our community bigger and bigger. And in this case, that we try to let more crypto users to enjoy our community services and to find the true value behind data, as I said, quickly. And secondly, we are doing data stuff. So as we know that based on data, we can really do a lot of stuff, a lot of things. So we are also developing several the apps that based on our data, related data stuffs. So currently we are having two the apps. So one is about the push notification services. So another one is about the profile services. So it's about like pushing notification, what is happening on chain to you, like theoretically within 15 seconds. So you don't have to check Twitter. You don't have to check different dashboards from time to time. And also we have this profile stuff that you can follow others. And then later on, we will still keeping developing some key apps, like data related to enrich the complete Web3Go ecosystem. And thirdly is the most important part is we try to attract more and more developers because our ability or our capacity is limited. So we don't have because as you see that data is exploding, right? So we have more and more data, and we have really quite a lot to analysis. So different people are interested in different parts of the crypto world. So we try to attract more and more developers that we provide the data APIs. So it makes them convenient to develop their own apps or to create their own dashboard and share with the community. So that is the bigger goal that in the long term, we try to make ourselves like decentralized and try to enable the community, especially the developer community, the possibility that to develop based on our API. And also we have a relatively clear plan of fundraising and also marketing. In the future, we want more and more people to join Web3Go and to take part in the different services which we provide. So when people think about Web3Go, so my understanding and my expectations, like people do not feel it exists, but it is everywhere because we are doing data. So if people think about Web3Go, you are using services, but you don't really feel it, but it's actually in your life. So till that time, I think Web3Go is achieving the goal that is really decentralized. And also we try to provide the users like more values, as we just said, to guide them to find the true values behind the data with a very convenient way. So that's also a long-term goal, or so to say, the roadmap of Web3Go.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. I'm happy to, and I'm sure everyone else at NodeReal is also happy to be a partner. They recommended that I speak with you right out of the gate. So I think we're all quite excited to see what comes down the pipeline. The last question I wanted to ask, what do you think crypto looks like in 5 to 10 years from now?
Wow. That's a hard and interesting question. So as a person that all in crypto, I also ask myself this question because I also worked for some traditional industries, and in traditional industries, for example, automotive or machine or anything else, chemistry, it's very easy to predict what it looks like in 5 to 10 years. But for crypto, it's really hard. And 5 to 10 years, my understanding is like the whole crypto world will experience like 2 or 3 cycles. Like if we look back 2 or 3 cycles back, so that may be around like 2015 or something, you can never imagine that crypto entered the situation of today, right? So if we are standing at 2050 and talking about 2022, it's hard there to imagine that's the current situation or current enriched ecosystem. So it's really hard to predict. But personally, I'm very optimistic about the future. And I think in 5 to 10 years, definitely the infrastructure will very be enriched, and it will be like from every aspect. You have the corresponding services and the app to use to explore Web3. And it will also attract more and more people from typical Web2 to join Web3. And in this case, that there will be like also more and more the apps that's really related to their actual life. So when people talk about Web3, I believe like in 5 to 10 years, it's just part of life. It's not like fear, unknown, or uncertainty, or such kind of emotions. So it will be like just normal part of life. So yeah, also I expect like more and more excellent and clever people to join Web3 just to build together. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. I like your vision for it. I don't have any more questions. Is there anything that you wanted to add that I didn't get to ask?
Yeah, so I'm not sure who is watching this video. I believe that it's from the community. So from the community, actually, they have a lot of uncertainty about the future, especially in the current market. But I firmly believe that they have questions. Me personally, or I think I will also like to encourage more who are working for crypto now to try to answer the questions from the community, and let's build together for the future and answer their uncertainty in the near future as well.
Cool. Yeah, because right now it's free to. Is it free to use Web3Go?
Yeah, sure. So currently our services, especially the dashboard, are free to use. So basically we are developing our homepage. Our homepage is going to be online very, very soon. And we divided our services into several parts. So first we have the Go Analytics, which means the dashboard is currently free to use. And people are free to generate their own dashboard and share with the community as well. And second, we have the Go ID and Go Push. So the push, we are thinking about that maybe in the future that if we have more and more users, we will get some money from it, but currently it's free to use. And I also encourage people just try it out. So why not?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's free, right? What are people worried about?
Exactly.
They've got nothing to worry about. Even if you're scared and you're sitting at home, not knowing what to do in the market, Web3Go is for free. NodeReal is for free. You can combine the two, right? Get your free accounts on both and go and have some fun. You got nothing to lose, right? And then join us in the Discord. Join Web3Go in their Discord. Come have a chat, message them. I bet you they'll answer some cool questions for you. So that's enough from me today. I don't have any more questions. It's been great having you on, Lemu. Thank you very much. Lovely seeing you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Walter, for inviting me to join this excellent and beautiful interview or conversation. So I hope to see you in the near future, and let's build together.
Thanks.